A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead. Looking to make a big splash here tonight. Thursday night, the best night of the week for NBA basketball. Hi there, everybody, and thanks for being with us on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check some stats for him.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Risache at the 3, Johnson at the 4. Trae Young out there with MP. And it's Porzingis in at center, filling out the middle. And for Utah, Lauri Markkanen out there with Filipowski. Then it's Walker Kessler. Then there's Keontae George. And it's Bailey in at the 2 spot. And if you're a fan of strong post play, you're in for a treat tonight.
Boy, P.A., you remember when the conversation was you don't need centers anymore? Guess what? We're back at it. 2 of the best at the 5 spot in this one.
Now here's Young. Pass to Risache. Back to Young. From outside, off the mark. On offense, here's Utah. It's George on the wing. Gets an open look and hits it.
The rising fire, Keontae George in the catch and shoot.
MP, a screen on George. Young with the bucket.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. Pass to Bailey. Utah moving the ball around. Back to Markkanen. Over MP. Markkanen misses. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. MP scanning the floor. From the arc. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Pass to Filipowski. Markkanen outside. The 3. Nails it from 3.
And how about the response by Markkanen? Made 3 on one end, he comes right back for his own team. Love it.
Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
And Utah has possession, following the score by Atlanta. Here's Bailey, covered by MP. Markkanen outside. Clock at 4. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Kessler, no good. Atlanta's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. MP finds Young. Cash. It's MP picking up the assists. Young's got 6.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Pass to Bailey. The 3 is up. Atlanta with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for him against this Utah team.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series.
Now here's Risache. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Sacramento. A nice shot by Young.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
Pass to Filipowski. To the paint. Here's Bailey. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, attacking in the lane. I like that. Bailey not just hanging out on the perimeter.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I spoke to the Jazz head coach earlier. I asked him about what could tip the balance in their favor tonight. He said, quote, when Kristaps Porzingis is operating at a high level, it opens up their entire offense. The key for us is to keep Porzingis from having a major impact. If we can do that, it'll be our game to win. Brian, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's George, following the three-pointer by Atlanta. Pass to Markkanen. Takes a 3. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 10-point game. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they cross that line.
You have got to be a low-mistake team in today's NBA because once those turnovers start piling up, you're giving your opponent too many extra looks.
Here's George. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. The shot's good. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for George. We are now at a different look here for Utah. Filipowski comes in for Sensabaugh, and it's George in for Bailey. They've got Kyle Filipowski, George out there with Collier. Then it's Walker Kessler, and it's Markkanen in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Utah right now. George with the bucket.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Pass to MP. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
And when we take a look at the box score from that game, one of the first things that you'll notice is the number of turnovers they were able to force.
Now, I think that's a product of being incredibly aggressive. You could see that was a part of their strategy going in, and I thought they were consistently following that the entire game.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Shot's good by Collier.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Risa Shea up top. It's guarded by Markkanen. And it's in there. Risa Shea's got his first basket.
It's always good to see Risa Shea mixing it up down low.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. And Atlanta has possession, following the bucket by Utah.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
1:33 left to play in the half. Here's Collier. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
He was active all night on the defensive end as well. With all the steals he came away with, he had him totally rattled.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
And absolutely, even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
And you see how dangerous Risa Shea can be from deep, especially considering how fast his release is.
Here's Markkanen. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks lead by 19. Young, the pass to MP. There's 42 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Markkanen. Beyond the arc. Rebound Atlanta. It's the last meeting in a 4-game road trip. Pass to Risa Shea. 3-pointer. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Yeah, I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the court for the Hawks. Johnson and Porzingis, they're inside. Trae Young out there with MP. And it's Risa Shea in at the small forward position. From deep, MP. Kessler with a rebound. Jazz trail by 19. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, guys. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process, seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own three.
Pass to Kessler. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Oh, that is a big-time block from KP. How about that rim protection?
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Bailey. Fires the three. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. The three from Riza Shea. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now.
Boy, a brutal start to the half. 1 for their first 5 attempts.
George with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. And Bailey gets it to go.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And now it's time to take a look at the top defensive teams in the league right now. Number 1, Atlanta.
Well, allowing the fewest points per game in the entire league, this defense has been absolutely dominant. Give the coaches a ton of credit. Players are skilled and motivated. You've got good schemes. Very tough to score against this bunch.
MP with it. 12 points for him. Knocks down the triple. And the Hawks lead by 16.
He has zero hesitation from Johnson, trusting his shot.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
Markkanen outside. Pass to Bailey. Takes the three. Drills it from deep. Bailey's got 10.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Steps back. MP outside. Blocked!
A huge bonus to Bailey's game. The ability to close out shooters, stop shots with his length and agility.
Pass to George. Utah moving the ball around. And there it is for him. 12 points for him.
All of a sudden, he's balling. Halftime adjustments successful so far.
And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. MP outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Filipowski. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
There's Young with the 3, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
And here's George. Give him 8. Pass to Filipowski. And here's Bailey for 3. It's rebounded by Riza Shea. Riza Shea's got 4 rebounds in the game. And the basket by MP.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
George outside. Now Markkanen. 1:03 left in the third. From downtown, ooh, Markkanen, confident from long range.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Young finds MP. Now here's Johnson. Back to MP. Pass to Young. 4-3. That shot missing.
How about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
The three ball. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP.
Substitution on the court.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Collier. Atlanta also making some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Okongwu. Risache comes in for Alexander Walker. And MP is subbed in for Daniels.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Kyle Filipowski is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Bailey. Then there's George. And it's Kessler in at center. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Lets it fly. George with the bucket. Now here's Young. MP, a screen on George. Launches a 3. Young with the signature tray.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
George, a screen on Johnson. Bailey. Yes, sir! Sticks the J.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in the second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
MP. Young outside. Here's Porzingis. Oh, Porzingis! A huge target.
At that size, Porzingis doesn't have to travel far to get above the cup. That is a nice finish.
Bailey. Oh, he jammed it.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's Young. Takes a 3. That's off.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
George! MP pulls it down. The Hawks lead by 12. And there's 1:38 left to play in the fourth quarter. Banks it home. Big shot.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Bailey. Cash!
Yeah, this is how impactful Bailey can be. When he's cooking on offense, there's not a lot you can do to stop him.
Young outside. A minute 6 left in the fourth. Oh, what a move! A strong finish!
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Hawks.
Seemed like the sheer volume of three-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dialed up again. And it worked.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
Bailey. The free is in!
What vision, what feel by Keyonte George.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Young. He launches. Kessler with a rebound. And this one feels just about over.
Yeah, they'll play it out, but I think it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
George. And the 3 misses. MP fires. And so So it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And now our